a Google Slides document. I'm going to show you how to make a quiz. So, an example quiz. So then you go like fun and enjoyment in this subheading box here for all of the family. So this is only going to have one round, this quiz, and it's only going to have 3 questions. Just as long as you get the idea. If you wanted to have anything in the background on all the slides, then I think you'll need to go to you'll need to add an image. But you can add an image there if you press the plus button. So that's that. I'm going to keep it white. So I need to, if you click on that like there, you can add a comment. So you can I'll finish that off later sort of thing. Or if you've copied an image, then you can paste that image there in the background. Now, add slide. You can add whatever slide you want. You can add a title slide, a section header, title and body, title in 2 columns, title only, 1 column text, main point, section title and description, caption, big number, blank. I'm going to go for probably title and body. So I'm going to put the question in question 1, and then I'm going to put how. It's not about the content of the questions of this quiz. It's about the format of how you do it. How many corners does a square have? So that's the question. Then we're going to have multiple choice. So in this subsection here, you'll have A, and then 3, and then B, 4, C, 5, and D is 6. Okay, we're going to have that. Now, it's going to be very, very basic. I know how to do other things on Google Slides, but this is just a basic, like if you've never done Google Slides before. And if you're not a big fan of PowerPoint, which I am personally, but I like Google Slides too. So that's question 1. I'm actually just going to see whether I can duplicate this slide. I'm going to just show you how to do it anyway. I'm going to change the background first though. So the background, I don't like white, so I'm going to red, and then you get some choices. You get choices of the red here, or you can go gradient, and there are loads of these are just colours though. You can add other things as well, but I'm just going to go for that basic. Now it doesn't look quite right, but just an example, that's what I'm going to do. So I want to hold that, and I want to duplicate it, I think. There. In this case, I wouldn't need to, because then I would just add another slide and do question 2. But for this case, then I've showed, that's how, if you're watching then, that's how you duplicate the slide. So now, because I've duplicated it, I don't want the same question again. I'm going to have question 2. What should we do as a simple question? In this number sequence, in this number sequence, what comes next? 1, 2, 3, and then question mark there. I don't like using an on-screen keyboard on Apple products, but I can put up with it. Now I don't want those answers. I just want to change that to 4, that to 4.5, that to 5, that to 6, yeah. Very, very similar. I am going to change the colour of this because I don't really like it anyway, but I was just doing it as an example. You can add a background image there, but I don't want to. You can apply to theme, which means you can add it to all of the slides, but I really don't want to now, which you see I've just done that. I want to go to the gradient section. I'm going to go with that. Oh, that's great. I do like that. So then now I'm going to add a slide. I'm going to go back to the original. I don't want... You see, they're all the same because what I did is I made it here. If you go back to there, you go to change background. You go to apply to theme. So now what I chose that red, it will apply to all of them. Number 4. Oh no, slide number 4, and it's going to be question number 3, which is the final question. If you've seen that quiz I've actually performed, I've used a similar sort of format to do this. I've used Google Slides myself. So yeah, final question. What? It's going to be another what comes next. D, E, F, F, question mark, and then we're going to have A, H, and you want to try and vary what which that's the right answer. So I've done B, A. So F. What's it actually? What is the? Oh no. So what we want to put it there. C. You can put G, I, D, I. So E, F, G. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to duplicate this slide now. So what I do is copy, and then I go to there, and I want to paste it, and then move that question 1 to there, because then now I'm going to highlight the right answer, which is 4, and highlight it. Oh. It's yellow. Oh, there we go. So that's the right answer. I'm just going to have exactly the same, and they can see that that's the right answer there. Same with question 2. I hold it. I copy it, that button there. And then I go to here, and I paste it using that clipboard button. So like whether like two on top of each of the images, I'd click the paste button. Move it to there. And then question 3. Oh no, I don't want to do that. To go to there, I want to hold it down, that slide that you want, and you see that drop down bar comes up at the top, and I want to press this button here, and then I want to move I don't think it worked because I didn't paste it. You made it. I nearly forgot to paste it then. So I need to then highlight the right answer, which is 4 there. Now it would take me way longer because I'd literally choose like I'd be very picky with doing my quizzes. I'd choose a background and then I'd go oh no, and then change the font of the colour, and it'll be like, no, and then changing it over and over and over again before I get the right one that I want. So for me to create 3 questions, also the questions would be hard, but I would take longer to make them. But the questions would be harder, so would need to make that, and I would take longer doing them. So this wouldn't take the time that it has done to do 3 questions, even with me explaining it. Like I did that quiz. Please check it out if you haven't. And then, because this is like a follow-on from like basically behind the scenes of what I did, partly, but this isn't as advanced as what I used. So check that out if you haven't already. Yeah. So it will probably take me 2 hours to create that quiz that I did. That's on the channel. It'll take me about 2 hours. So that's the sort of rate that I think you should be, because I don't create questions quite quickly, and I'm also not slow. So I'm gonna present this example quiz, because I've got to check through them, and then if you tap the slide, it'll move on. So, number 1, how many corners does a square have? I'll just jot that down. 4, I think. Number 2. In this number sequence, what comes next? 1, 2, or 3? 4. Hang on, is that not the same answer? Yeah, it is. Anyway, question 3. What comes next? D, E, F. I'm going to say G. So then I'll say, oh yeah, I got that one right, ticket. Oh, number 2, I got that one right, ticket. And number 3, I got that one right, ticket. It's a very, very basic quiz. So I hope you enjoyed this very, very basic